What's up, guys? This is the Nave here from Team Showdown. I'm here with another deck profile on Six Samurai. It is my main tournament deck for this format. Thank you. And I'm just this is getting good. All right. So first off, we have three tuners. Kagemusha the Six Samurai. He's the main card. This deck used to be it is a synchro deck, but people have just made it better because of the XP summoning you can do. Two Elders. He is a Cyber Dragon of the deck. You can't affect Veiler him, and that's a real problem with the deck. Affect Veiler and Skill Drain. People yell at me for this, but I really like this. I run three Kaigekis. I run three for three reasons. One, uh, he combos really well with Shadow of the Six Samurai, the new Exceed monster. He uh, is a Veiler target, so you can just pop him and declare his effect, and even though you can still make plays off him, it gets the Veiler out of their hand for things like Shein whenever you make that. And it's also a really good side deck, so I'll take it down to one, take it down to two whenever I have to side deck other cards. Three Kazans, obvious reasons. Three special summon, more counters for the Bushido. Two Grandmasters. I used to run it at three, but I kept clogging it in my hand. I draw two of them at the beginning of the game, and it would just be absolutely atrocious. One Anishi. I didn't like playing Anishi whenever I first made the deck, just because I didn't like the whole removing cards to bounce one. I thought, it's a samurai deck. You have to keep them in the graveyard so you can use them later. But it's really, I'm liking it a lot more now in this format. Uh, Zanji just at one. Remember, I normally use him for asceticism plays. I'm really liking the asceticism build now. It's a lot more consistent. One Iroh, same thing. Asceticism, and I like hitting over Raikos and uh, the Chaos Dragons. I like making them not get to mill cards. And here's my last real tech choice for the main deck for monsters at least is Great Shogun Shien. People will get mad at me when I run this because it's a dead draw or whatever. But I throw him down and it forces you to make plays you don't want to make. It limits your plays a lot. Um, so that's my whole, and he's also really good to side out, and people just don't expect a 25 beater. So that's my whole monster lineup. We're gonna get on the spells. First, six samurai cards. We got Gateway at one where it needs to be. Three dojos, special summoning from the deck. Three united, drawing cards. Three asceticism. Like I said, I love the asceticism plays. I think they're absolutely amazing. It makes the deck incredibly consistent. But at the same time, you can side out asceticism for other cards, for side deck cards, to stop your opponent or whatever you need to do. Now for the searching cards, I have two smoke signals. I got the super ones from the new structure deck that came out, and I have a Rhoda. Basically, if you get one of these in your hands, opening hand, you get a free Sheehan. It's very unlikely that you didn't get one of the 3 stars or the tuner, and if you need to, you search these for it, and you just push really hard if you draw any of these cards. I have one Mystical Space Typhoon. I side the other two, so there's that. And I have the 3 staples: Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. You just gotta have them, especially in this format with swarming back row, swarming front row. Okay. Now for trap cards, I've got one Double-Edged Sword Technique. I used to run it at 2 whenever I can make more Sheens, but I can only make 1 now. So that's all I really use. Magitama of the Samurai. It used to be good at 3, now it's only good at 1, just because not a lot of people drop that Black Rose and try and nuke the field. You don't have a lot of field clearing, but it's still nice to just they try and Dark Hole full field and you go nah, and it's a little satisfying, but not where it was. Deep Prison, to get over the big monsters that Samurai normally can't get over, they have that 25 attack cap, but with Shadow, they fixed that, and I'll explain that. A lot of people, I guess, didn't understand how you're supposed to use Shadow, but I'll explain it in just a second. And then 2 Solemn Warnings, just to stop big plays, stop the wind up loop from happening if you get to go first. Uh, for the extra deck, I have one Utopia. He's a rank 4 just because I drop a lot of 4 stars. I've got Shadow, the new one, Shadow the Six Samurai. He puts in I just went to my last local this past Friday. I went 3-1 and he put in a lot of work. I got him at least once a match. I got him out and used him effectively. I'm gonna pull him aside to make this combo clear. Split Armor Ninja. He's an OTK maker. X Saber Invoker. I'm not sure how I like this. He's okay, but he's a 3-star. I probably should put in Leviathan, but I like the pushes and the more counters I can give them. One Mist-Worm, just because Trishula's gone. One Stardust, because I can make it, not that I will make it. Scrap Dragon, same reason, can make it, not will make it. Scrap Archfiend, he gets over big things. He gets over that 25 cap, and is a Fiend monster, so whenever I play against Dark World, he will get the boost off of their field spell, so he's just as strong as Greppa. Black Rose, because it's really easy to make 7 in this deck. Bronic, really easy to make 6. Gaia, Barkion, Beast, Jessica Castor, and Legendary 6 Samurai Shein. And before you guys comment on what did you put on your card, it's a full leaf clover. One of my best friends gave it to me, and it was for my birthday. So I put it in there. He's really lucky, so hopefully he's gonna give me some good luck. All right, so for the combo for the Shadow, a lot of people just summon it and they use it for counters, for the Bushido counters, for all the cards, Gateway, Dojo, United, Temple if you run it. It's a really fantastic card, and it pushes this deck to a new limit. Yes, I do use it for the counters, and I will use it for counters if I can, but I really use it for Kaigeki. What Shadow does is he takes the original attack of a 6 Samurai monster that has less than 2,000 attack, and it makes its original attack become 2,000. So you take Kaigeki, and you make his original attack become 2,000. Well, Kaigeki's effect lets him add another 1,500 on top of that. So you get a 3,500 3-star off of just and that gets over a lot of things. That gets over the 3,000 the 25 cap that you have to get over a samurai. It gets over aggressor. It gets over a lot of things, and it is. I'm really glad they put this in the deck. It wasn't a monster negation. I think it really evened out this deck and let it take on dragons, let it take on dark worlds, and the things that made it stop from being absolutely the best in this format. Okay. Extra deck stuff. I'm not the best extra deck maker, so if you want to take this, you can. If not, it's fine. 3 Veilers. I never use these ever. I don't even know why they're in here. I don't like Effect Veiler in this deck. People are like, you should always run Effect Veiler, but I mean, it's in there in case I have to use it. But I've honestly never used Effect Veiler in 6 Samurai. 2 Space Typhoons, just like I said, just because in case I'm running against TD Stun and I have to get rid of skill drains or something. It's there. I don't have a lot of back row destruction. I've got 1 heavy and 1 MST in my main deck, so these are necessary. 3 Deep Fissures for Dark World, for heroes maybe, for whatever relies on the graveyard. It's just get it out of there. I don't need my graveyard. I'll side out things that use graveyard. I don't need mine, and it's gonna stop you. Prohibition. This is super important, this format, because all the decks use a single monster and they just loop that monster over and over again. Red Eyes Darkness Metal, Hierotic, Adam, Wind Up, Zen Carrier guy. I mean, they all use a single monster to get out their combos. So you stop that one monster and they're done. 2 rivalries, just because it stops wind ups a little bit. I mean, they can still play, but it's a lot harder. They have to think more, and that's really it. I absolutely hate wind ups. I think it's ridiculous just how consistent my friend's build is. You're gonna see him in just a second. And chain disappearance. Just strictly for the mirror match, you can do wind ups. You can do all sorts of little decks, random decks. Chain disappearance just takes care of it. So that was the whole deck profile, Samurai. If you have any questions about it at all, go ahead and comment, subscribe, whatever. It's up to you. We're gonna have more deck profiles. We kind of like fell off for like 2 whole formats, but we're gonna be back and we're gonna be doing top tier decks. So if you have any, once again, you have anything, comment, like, subscribe. We want to hear from you guys. Okay. The Knave Team Showdown signing out. See you guys.